Alright, so we're quarter of the way done with these spring change here. Putting these Pac 1218s in, taking these LS6 springs off to go with this Sloppy Stage 2 E1840P Elgin cam. So we're working on it. Come along. Alright, so we halfway through with these valve springs now. I'm going to put a link in the description to show you the video. I've done a couple on this, but I've got a homemade tool here. You air the cylinder up to hold the valves up, and then you just crank the tool down and it compresses the valve spring so the keepers will come out. But yeah, I'll put a link in the description. We're halfway there. Alright, we're all done switching out the valve springs. Now we're going to swap this cam out. I always put the cam gear back on so I have a little handle. You want to spin it around, get all the lifters pushed up in the bores. Alright, it's going to take two hands to do this. Alright, so the cam gear hit the oil pump. So we had to pull the cam gear off, get it past the oil pump, and then put it back on. Alright, here's the new cam. Got the old cam out. And I'm fixing to go back in with it. Alright, so we're going to stick the cam in here and we'll lube about half of it up. And that way we can put it in without getting stuff all over our hands. The cool part about this Elgin cam, it's got this timing ring for your rear cam sensor, or cam sensor ring. This old cam right here, which I got, it's a newer style, but you had to run the sensor ring on the cam gear in the front cover with the cam sensor in it. But that's the cool thing about this, you don't have to do that swap with this 1840 Elgin cam. Alright, the cam's in, and I like to put a very light smear of silicone on the block and on the inside of the cover here where the seal was. You're supposed to replace this every time, but just a light smear, and real light so it don't get in the oil passages. But if you do it on both sides, it'll stick to itself. Alright, and there's your cam plate on. Alright, the reason we didn't want to take this oil pan off is you got a pickup bolt right down here that holds the pickup tube in the oil pump, and you about can't get to it with the pan on. So I was wanting to see if you could do that, do the job without pulling the oil pump and the oil pan. And it looks like we're going to be able to do it. We'll see here when we try to do the timing gear on the chain. Alright, got it on there. So it can be done. It's kind of a little bit of work, but it can be done. So let's button this thing up. Alright, so we got our cam swap completed, and now we're going to pull this motor out the frame and change the oil pan gasket and probably push this thing outside and wash it up a little bit, the frame that is. Try to get some of this dust off up. So that's what we're going to do. Alright, we got it out. Move it over right the way we can get the pan off of it. The pan off of it, and we'll pull the clutch and pull the transmission, put the clutch and all in. And we'll set it aside till we can roll this thing outside and get it cleaned up. So that's what we're at right now. Getting it done. Alright, so we got the pan off. Got a new gasket on. Fixing to go back up with it. So there you go. Already. Alright. Oil pan's all on. New gasket. Another one on the floor there. Alright, let's get this clutch on. Alright, we got the pilot bearing in. Now I'm fixing to put the clutch on. And I found the best way to do the clutch is use an old input shaft. It's a lot better than them cheap alignment tools they send you with the clutch kit. Alright. Alright, there we go. Ready to bolt the transmission up. Alrighty. That's what we got for now. So we get this transmission bolted back up. Roll all this over to the side and carry this frame outside and wash it down. So that's what we're gonna do tomorrow. Alright, appreciate y'all watching.